So you guys been wanting me to change the theme song sound quality, but I'm gonna keep the same song. So here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Just how she plays them, and she does that. She does it with the cat. Does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. Hopefully that fixed the audio. Crazy Cat does not own any of these pictures or books or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational purposes, so the people who watch them learn a little bit something when they do it. Hopefully that fixed the audio. I only did all those years ago. No, I don't want to do this. I'm scared of this thing. Please move it. Yeah, everyone weren't to hear. So, I don't know, I'll be able to make a short out of this. Anyway, so out of this story, guess how long it is. That'd be a bunch of shorts if it was. This is one of the Greeks' old stories. Technically it's true, and this is how it would technically happen without what Homer wrote. So let's learn about the Iliad, but it's called Troy instead. So this is the 2004 version, because I'm pretty sure there's other versions of this have made into a movie. I know they're making a movie about what happens soon, and that comes out afterwards. That's supposed to take place the book afterwards. Orpheus, Odysseus. So I already said it wrong once. So Odysseus. They're speaking. So sorry if I do ever call him Orpheus in this review, but it's Odysseus. I gotta remember it's the one that they sing it up at the musical. So yeah. So let's learn about Achilles, Hector, Paris, and Odysseus, and Agamemnon, and many other characters that probably I won't remember. So if I better remember, I'll just like name their what the version is. So yeah. So this movie starts off with Agamemnon trying to get some more people for his army by going and making the kings fight for other kings fight for them, and then we have him go and have Achilles come and kill them, but he ends up having like a little private war against his own men, because Achilles doesn't always want to listen to his king Agamemnon. He rather listen to Odysseus, who's played by Sean Bean in this movie. Yep, we get like two actors from Lord of the Rings, Sean Bean and Orlando Bloom, but they're finding on two different sides in this movie. So yeah. And after this we see Paris and Hector at Sparta celebrating about them having peace for a while, and then Paris spies Helen, who is the queen of Sparta, and goes and starts being. Helen decides to. Helen goes home with Paris the next morning, because obviously she didn't want to marry Mansarescence. Hope I'm saying that name right. Agamemnon's brother. She didn't want to marry him. When he realizes that Helen left, the next day, he goes to Agamemnon, and they want to fight against the Troys and get back Helen. But first, Hector wants to get Paris, trying to get her to go back home, but he knows what this means, but it's too late now. Agamemnon's now trying to permits all Greece to join him in a fight, but he doesn't really care what it is, because he just wants to add more people to his army. and then we have they am going back to Troy. The king of Troy doesn't think that they can get conquered. Pretty similar to what happens to Titanic. They're wrong. Because they think that they're because they're walled. They think that they can never be beaten, basically. And then also that they're protected by Apollo, the sun god. Which I think in this movie they don't really, they do reference the gods, but they don't really have them like, because I'm pretty sure in the actual story books, the gods do help them. But I think they're just going how history would have it happen instead. Well, I guess about the gods interfering. So we have like at least 3 different fights, maybe 4 in this. First, when they attack the beach, Achilles attacks the Apollo's temple, and Hector is the only one that survives this fight. And they capture Hector's cousin, the princess of Troy, whose name is Chryses, and stop her from being wronged. Basically, Achilles takes her inside her tent, and at first she does try to kill him, but he pretty much does persuade her not to do that, but he lets it be her choice of what happens to her. Next day we have like another war. This time he does not fight because he's mad at Agamemnon. Achilles does it, but Hector takes his brother down Paris so he can fight the king, but he acts as cowardly, and Hector has to kill the king for Paris. And then they end up winning the Trojans end up winning this fight, and then they end up trying to attack them in the middle of the night. Achilles wants to end up leaving. His cousin her son dresses up as him and gets himself killed because Hector thinks it's Achilles, but nope, it's just his cousin, and he ends up killing the guy and regrets doing right away because he knows that Achilles would be mad and would want revenge. And he's right, because the next day he comes and kills Hector, and then we have Odysseus comes to the idea for the Trojan horse, and they pretend to leave, hide, kill a scout that saw the boats, and build the Trojan horse and hide inside of it so they can let everybody in until they can burn down the city. And before this, Achilles does give Hector's body back to the king, and they do get like 12 days of like honorship from the Grieve, where they build a horse and leave a gift. But even Paris says like we should like burn the horse, with they really should have, but they had no idea of knowing what was inside. So Odysseus and Achilles and a bunch of other men were inside the horse after they like celebrate. They win the war. And when they're sleeping, they sneak out of the horse and kill most of the guards and let everybody else in. Agamemnon and a bunch of his men, and then they burn down the city. The king dies. The Trojan king dies. Paris helps his sister-in-law get a lot of the people out, but then he goes back to try to find his cousin Bria, and kills Achilles by. Originally, it's in the play, in the history, and in the book that he only dies from getting shot by his ankle, but this movie he gets shot like at least 5 times and with arrows. Achilles does, and Agamemnon gets killed by Bria, and Odysseus does not kill one of Hector's kids in this movie. I know, pretty sure he kills one of Hector's kids, but not in this movie. I guess they didn't want to be that faithful to history. So I do like this movie. I'm probably gonna, and now, and then Troy goes and makes turkey. So I think I'm gonna give this movie like a an 8 out of 10. So I'll see you guys later. Like, favorite, and subscribe. And there's the story about how Troy fell. Enjoy it. Like, favorite, and subscribe. And bye bye.